heart's in it and live the phrase sky's the limit.
A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them solved. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts to how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustlers.
Alright guys, what is going on? What is going on? Obviously we got another late night unscripted, man, so what is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This is episode 109 of Unscripted. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how this show works. Every Monday, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. If you guys, speaking of this past Friday's edition of the news, if you guys did miss that, that one was WWE's Complex situation, which I have the clip in my phone, and I'm going to probably post it within the next couple of days. WWE's Complex situation that me and Sir K had got you out of. Roman Reigns trying to figure out how to have Roman Reigns drop one of the world titles before WrestleMania without losing. We got you out of that. It ended up not being so complex after all, WWE.
Literally. We did it in
we
like
talked
fucking 10 minutes, not even.
Seriously, bro. We got you out of that situation, and we got you out of something that is considered a mess in WWE. To add another layer to it, even if you didn't want Roman Reigns to lose really quickly, you always could have him still be in a match when KO would come out to cash in, and then have KO pin the other guy. But that's just another possible scenario. But either way, we booked you guys out of a situation that is seen as complex in the company, and the Young Bucks send out feelers to WWE. We talked about that, what that means, and why that shouldn't really be taken as much of a big deal as a lot of people are making it out to be. And there was a bunch of other news stories, man. We got an update on the AEW suspensions, update on the new tag titles, or the new title design situation in WWE anyway. We talked about all that. And yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yes, if you guys
picture of
did
those
miss.
prestige tag titles. My God, those are ass.
Oh, those look fucking horrible, bro. Those look fucking horrible.
You know,
So yeah,
man.
man. If you guys did miss that, that is now available on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, like I said, join us right here, 4 p.m. Central, every Friday with the news, man. It was a great episode. That is episode 128, I want to say. There's so many episodes at this point, I'm starting to lose track.
I
127.
think I was gonna say I think it's
127.
127.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop, live on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video, and you can find it on either mine or Sir K's social media pages on the Notorious Heels podcast Linktree page. So, with that, man, at the top left, you have the Notorious Heels podcast Chicago flag design. Then on the bottom right, you have the Notorious Heels podcast Chicago skyline design. Then you have the one of the OG shirts, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler inspired IWC's best kept secret shirt, man. Then you got the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired shirt, and then in the middle you have the base Notorious Heels podcast logo design, man. So again, if you guys haven't got a chance to pick up any of this beautiful merch, you guys can now find this live on bonfire.com. A link is at the top of the description of this video. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling. Not much, man. Just been chilling, man. Just been chilling. Um, Not really waiting for the weekend one coming up. When is Extreme Rules?
It's a good ass question.
I had no clue. I was wondering. 'Cause they announced that one match, and yeah, that's intriguing. So
Very excited
I'm
for
wondering
it.
if I worked on that fucking show or not.
Extreme Rules 2022 is October 8th.
Okay, let me see. Did I put that schedule up yet?
I don't think so.
No, I don't
I
think
think
so.
we only go to the 4th.
Fuck. Oh yeah.
But
Oh, no. We got it. Oh, bet.
Oh no, I didn't. Fuck. Damn.
Really?
No, they do
You
one
didn't-
on Wednesdays. Yeah, it's
Damn.
weird.
You didn't get that one yet?
Oh yeah, that is in the same week. Oh yeah, I work
during that shit.
of course.
I am off right before it.
Oh
6
wow,
o'clock. So
nice. I work till 9. Fun.
should be good to go.
Yeah, I'll fucking have it in my ear. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm good,
That's what our
man.
boy does.
Exactly. Could be. Fuck. Oh, sorry, fuck it up, guys. Goddamn. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's family? Life's good. Family's good, man. What about you, Durante? Everybody else in chat. What about you, bro? How you doing?
Yeah. Man. Not good, bro. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those days, bro. You feel like just I don't know, man. I don't know. Just
Black.
get your spirits crushed, man. Get your spirits crushed.
Mm.
Yeah. As Durante asked, man, how's life and how's the family? Yeah, family's good, bro. What about you? Thank you for always asking. But yeah, life has decided to hit me with one of those challenging days, bro. But
Yeah, can't wait to hear about it, man.
yeah, appreciate you, bro. But yeah, it was just. Man, it's just one of those days, bro. You just feel like nothing goes in your direction.
I'm telling you.
So, yes. With saying that, I am very happy to be here. I've been looking forward to this all day. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those days, bro. If I had to be completely honest, but
I feel that,
yeah,
man.
man. Raw was okay. We
Okay.
definitely got some cool talking points to talk about. There was some cool
Yeah.
shit on the show. There was a certain theme song that was playing on WWE programming, which is definitely not the song I thought I would hear on WWE programming. I thought I would hear it on a different programming before I would hear it on theirs. However, Triple H is absolutely kicking ass with these show theme songs because War
Hmm.
Pigs goes nuts.
Oh, it
Uh,
does. And for War Games, that's heat.
bruh, that is
I
heat as
can't
fuck.
cap. That's heat.
But, bruh, TK,
Oh,
come on. You want to, bro, you just bragged about having all this damn money and you can't buy fucking War Pigs, bro. What the fuck?
bro, to pay MJF, he ain't got no more money.
Yeah, you're right. But he's losing all these damn free agents he didn't have to pay. You got something, bruh. Tell one of your family members you can't buy him that car for Christmas because you got to buy War Pigs for Wardlow, bruh.
Damn.
I mean,
You
it
got
is what it
bangers.
is. It is what it is. I don't know what you got to do, but now it's too
Well,
late.
you gotta take an L.
I don't know how that works though. I don't know if WWE just like maybe gets the rights to it for like
Or
until
just
after
survivors.
Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's how that would work. So they were definitely paying a lot less than what AEW would have.
Yeah, because AEW would get,
Would use it
you
as a
know, the
theme song.
permanent song,
Mm-hmm.
on a
Exactly.
weekly basis. But like, I don't give a fuck, TK. I don't give a fuck if you got to dish out $8 million. You got to
Oh,
dish out
shit.
$8 million. You're gonna
I
get
don't
that
know about
$8 million back. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know about you getting emails back, but it's like the
You
same
got that.
reason Decay stopped using the nobodies because TNA was broke and they couldn't afford it.
TNA's broke, man. Tony Khan just bragged about having all his money. You can't brag about having all his damn money. That was at the time when they could barely fucking pay to keep the electric on. Tony Khan, no, he ain't having that problem. I mean, I get you didn't sell Grand Slam out, but I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Give me, I don't care what you got to pay for the song. I just need the song. But regardless,
You know,
we got some cool talking points. There was a very controversial QR code. Um, there was match announced for Extreme Rules, but it was overall a decent show.
hell
It was
yeah.
overall a decent show, and yeah, but we're gonna start with we are going to start with AEW Dynamite, the product that I thought I would hear War Pigs on, but that's not the case, man. So
Got that
we
down.
we started the show off with Sammy Guevara versus John Moxley in the Tournament of Champions. The Tournament of Champions. This was the semifinals. The winner of this match would go on to Grand Slam, which is 2 days from now. I'm very excited for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so, man, I really wonder what they would have had in store for Omega this year. Because,
I know.
I feel like they always, I feel like they're always going to want to do something cool with Omega for Grand Slam.
Mm-hmm.
And then sure that wasn't able to happen, bro, which really sucks. I think the way all storylines were pointing, you could have easily done Kenny Omega versus Ace Steel, but we're not there in a
Yeah,
first
dog
blood
collar
match.
The dog collar match
collar
never been so fitting.
Oh man,
It's
yeah,
rabbit
bro.
ass, but instead of
God.
tied to each other, you tie him to the fucking ring post.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought storylines were pointing that way, but they're not. Or I thought you could have done, you know, Scott Colton versus CM Punk.
Loser pays rent.
Exactly. Losers got to pay the others rent for life. So, I thought you could have
And
done some cool
also
stuff.
a year.
On a real note, I wonder if they were going to do Max versus Punk for Grand Slam.
I should have seen it. I think that's probably what it was going to be.
Yeah, I wonder, but I thought you could have easily, on a real note, I thought you easily could have done Omega versus Osprey.
Oh, bro, easily.
I thought that would have been really nice. Or you could have done a sick trios match, man. You could have did United Empire one more time. Everybody loved that match.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could have done the BCC versus the Elite.
People
You
would
could
love
have
that.
done. I mean, you could have done a bunch of cool stuff. You could have even did like Death Triangle versus the Elite, and it really would have been nice. But yeah, I wonder what the original plans were for this show, man. But whatever it is, we still got a pretty sick card ahead.
Mhm.
And yeah, it should be an enjoyable night of wrestling, man. So,
Definitely.
yeah, so the show opened up with Moxley versus Guevara. This one was a really good match. It was a really good open to the show. You know, good way to open. Good way to open. Definitely. Well, obviously with one of your bigger matches, like they always say, if you're not first or if you're not last, you want to be first. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so this is a great match. AEW always does a great job with having something cool to open the show. And yeah, Sammy Guevara at a point here did get help, or at least attempted to get help
Mhm.
by Ty and Anna JAS.
Mhm.
um, that didn't work. He low blow John Moxley. It still didn't work. And yeah, Mox ended him with the paradigm shift and moved on to Grand Slam. Yeah, and then the winner of the other one would obviously be decided in the main event. But yeah, so that was the
Oh,
open. That was the open, and it was a solid open, man. It was a solid open.
definitely, man. Definitely great match, man. Great match. And man, Guevara, man, he might not be likable. He might not be even fit for this company anymore. I don't know, but he's always great in the ring. That's the one thing. Even though
Yeah, yeah.
as a he wrestles very babyface, so it's kind of off-putting a little. But
Mm.
overall, it's a good match. He'll produce a good match at the end of the day.
Yeah, he does. He kind of it's kind of Guevara's kind of like Darby Allen, and like
Yeah,
not to sound like not to sound like a douche because I don't care about this at all, but like the fact that he's smaller, like sometimes it's a little hard for him to like wrestle heel, but I do
yeah,
think he does like have very good arrogance about him, and I do think the fact that he at least attempts to cheat does help him out there.
it
But
helps him
Darby is a guy I couldn't I
ever
couldn't
see him.
imagine as heel unless he was in like a unless he was in like some sort of like death match and he could just punish you. But like
Exactly.
but like in terms of like just like an average in terms of like an average wrestling match, I can't imagine him wrestling heel because I
No,
mean even Tony Khan said it before like he learned early on like the way to book Darby Allen in a lot of his matches is coming from behind, and like
exactly,
that's not even what looks best. That's what he does best. So
exactly.
it definitely plays to his strengths. But yeah, even though Guevara has been just absolutely nauseating for a very long time. Like I said last week when AEW had their statement Dynamite after All Out,
Mm,
I said then, you know, we did kind of get a glimpse at like normal Sammy Guevara,
yeah,
um, which was very nice, and I hope we see more of that as we move on, man. But yeah, he always manages to give good stuff in the ring. So, um, yeah, I mean, it was a really good open, man. It was a really good open, and if that's the one thing I will say about Guevara is he always does give good in ring work. It's just sometimes he kind of lost how to play a character uh,
exactly. Good
along there.
lord.
Yeah. So, um, yeah. So that was the open to Dynamite, and afterwards, MJF comes out, and he is absolutely fuming at this point. He's fuming. He comes out with the microphone and decides to completely obliterate John Moxley on the microphone. Um, Pretty much making you think that Mox is going to be the winner next week against
Yeah,
whoever he faces in the main event of this show, which was kind of weird that they did it like that, but I have a feeling why. I feel like they were just trying to deter people away from the fact that Moxley is going to um, win the
lose.
match.
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of what they were trying to at least go for, but yeah, cut a complete, he had a complete obliteration of John Moxley here, man. So that was
Oh
interesting to
yeah.
see. And then at the end, he pretty much said, yeah, the same thing goes for for Brian and Jericho. So yeah, so
Oh
that
yeah,
was,
bro. It's good promo.
yeah, it was a really good promo. It was a really good promo. Like I said, heavily focused on John Moxley, which was interesting. And then
Oh
he
yeah.
calls out the men who helped him secure the
Mm-hmm.
casino chip at All Out. He calls out, and I quote, Stokely Hathaway and the Firm.
The firm.
The Firm is the name of Stokely's group.
Mm.
How we
Damn.
feeling, man?
Sounds dumb. All right. The firm. We're like a bunch of lawyers. Like,
Yeah,
look at
that's
Kazakh. Look at WRC. You look like a lawyer to you. I wouldn't trust that man with my legal anything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trust any of them. Those two fucking hicks. The gun club. But yeah, the name ain't it, man. The name ain't it. Not to me. What about you?
uh
It's
yeah,
not
man.
bad.
It's just kind of like
Yeah.
not what I would imagine for a
No.
faction group.
But,
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought when I heard it is like a fucking lawyer firm. Like, what are they all lawyers? Like, yeah, I don't know. So that part was a little weird for me, but I think it's something that we will eventually come around to, and it'll kind of just be common nature at that point. Like,
yeah,
oh, the firm, but
exactly.
um, yeah, I mean. Yeah, there is that. There is that. But I mean for now it's a little weird and it's going to take some getting used to. But definitely not a name I would choose personally for a
No.
faction. Um
Same.
yeah, but like I said, I do think as all names we all eventually come around to them. Inner Circle was weird at first. Undisputed Era. A lot of people hated that name.
Oh
A lot
yeah,
of people
people
wanted
shit on
them.
that.
A lot of people wanted them to be called the Dishonored.
I
You
remember
know.
that era. That's crazy.
So, um, a lot of that one's always the biggest one for me. As I always say to myself, like, man, I hated Undisputed Era at first, so let me just give this a
Exactly.
couple months and see. Like, even Damage Control, like it's fucking weird. Like Retribution was weird, and now it's just Retribution. We kind of just, I mean,
Accepted it.
nobody associates any good to them, but we do,
And
I
name
mean, you come
was
around to the
accepted.
name, but yeah,
Hmm.
the Undisputed Era, everybody hated at first. I absolutely hated. You could go back just a couple months and see how much I fucking despise the Jericho Appreciation Society. Now
Oh, I
it's
thought that was
just
dog shit. But
Jericho
now it's
Appreciate JAS, and it's
exactly and a JAS.
yeah. That's I mean, for me, it's definitely a better faction than the inner. I enjoy them a hell of a lot more than the Inner Circle, the
Oh yeah.
JAS. But yeah, so I'm sure it'll take time. I'm sure it'll take time, man. But it's a little weird for now. Um,
Definitely.
I will say now that I'm seeing it on TV, Lee Moriarty's green hair doesn't look as bad as I seen him at All Out. Cause
No, it
at
looked
All Out,
fucking green.
dude, oh god, it did not look that good. But it don't look that bad. It doesn't look
No, it
that
really
bad.
doesn't.
I wish he was one of the guys that got accepted into the Blackpool Combat Club, but
Same. Same.
I do know there's names that fitted a little better. But I would have liked to known that Lee Moriarty had a distinct future in this company.
Exactly.
If he was put with people that matter,
Hmm.
without meaning that in a mean way, but
I get what you mean.
uh, Stokely, the the group name is not it as of now. Like I said, I'm sure that can always change, but You know, it was another name we all hated, but then we all kind of came around to it at first. Now that I'm looking at him, Men of the Year. I
Oh,
thought that name was
100%.
so corny
I
at
thought that shit
first,
was garbage. Ain't it
but then
growing me?
it's just Men of the Year. So
Exactly.
yeah, man. So one thing I do appreciate about this is the one thing I did appreciate about this promo was Stokely did give a distinct vision for this group and stated that everybody has goals in the group and they're not just here to wreak havoc or we're not waiting for the opportunity. We're just gonna
Gonna
take it.
take it. And they never take any type of opportunity. The leader
No.
will, but that's it.
Yeah. It wasn't anything
So,
like that. Everybody had distinct goals and it seemed like they all had separate goals, which I like
exactly. I like
because
that.
if we can keep Lee Moriarty and Ethan Page as far away from the Gun Club but as close to Stokely as we
It's
possibly
possible.
can,
It's what I like.
I think that's a good thing. I did think Stokely was kind of rambling,
Yeah.
you know, in this. I mean, I don't know what the hell he was. I don't like. There was points in this where he's talking about the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I'm like, what the fuck are you singing Kendrick Lamar lyrics for? Like,
Bro, literally, like, just talk. Just
I'm
say
like,
what it's about.
yeah, I'm like, I just thought he was throwing out all these sayings and he was just kind of going all over the place at first. So I was like, what is going? Like, dude, what are you getting at here? So then he then gets to the good part, which, like I said, was giving everybody kind of a goal. When I say everybody, I mean the two people that matter, because I don't know what the other two have goals of,
No
really.
clue.
All I know is that Ethan Page and Lee Moriarty have goals
Yep.
in this group, which I like. He went over to Morrissey, and Morrissey didn't really say much, and then he just hugged him and said he loved him, and Morrissey just no-sold him, and then he said, "You better tell me what did he say? He said, "You better tell me you love me, big man," or something like that.
Something
So
like
then
that.
Morrissey
Yeah.
said it, and then that was that. So, he gets to Lee Moriarty, and he pretty much said that, you know, Lee Moriarty wants to become the ROH Pure Champion. I would have liked the sound of TNT Champion a little more because this is AEW
Yeah.
programming and we barely have time for the belts that we have. But regardless, I like it. Regardless, I
Exactly.
like that
It's
he
a
has a
goal.
goal and he has something he's trying to accomplish in this group. So Lee Moriarty wants to become the Pure Champion. Honestly, the only thing I remember him saying for the Gun Club was that they want to get out of their dad's shadow.
That's all I remember. I don't think he said anything else for them, to be honest.
I don't think so either. So that was literally their bum ass goal. So I
Jobs.
mean, as if joining the group wasn't getting out of his shadow
Exactly.
anyway. I mean, they turned on him. And please don't do nothing with this damn group. And Ethan Page wants to become the king of the Atlantic.
Mm.
He wants to become the All-Atlantic champion. I fuck with that, man. He wants to represent his home state of Canada. That makes sense. Ethan Page is great. We should have been doing something with him a while ago. You know, I would have taken him as TNT champion over Scorpio Sky, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Same.
Scorpio Sky just he got
Just
better,
mm-hmm.
but he did get better. But I still would have preferred Ethan Page over him, man. I think Ethan Page is the superior talker. I think he has more charisma. I think Sky may be better in the ring, but but Ethan Page is just more interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the firm, and that was their group,
goals.
man.
Hell yeah,
So,
the form.
yeah, and Stokely at the end of it said he had his own take on like the Nexus, saying he said you can either run with us or run from Us, I think it was. So
Something like that.
yeah, so that was that. I don't think anybody's gonna be running from this fucking group.
No,
You
not at
know,
all.
I
Those two
mean, it
fucking
has
hicks
the
walk
Gun
up,
Club in it. Nobody's fucking running from this group.
just
I
grab together and
really,
fucking Austin Gunn will be running.
yeah, I just really wish they would have brought Enzo in for Cass. I don't understand what
That would have been
the
perfect.
negative stigma around Enzo Amore is. I just I
That
don't
would have been
I
cool.
I fail to understand it, bro. I mean, it seems like the guy's matured a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, don't give me the fact that oh, they don't want to hire him cuz he's not what the company represents. A good wrestler, you know how many bad wrestlers are on this roster? I mean,
Decent amount.
don't give me that. Yeah,
Mhm.
who are we just talking about, man? The Gun Club. You got the fucking Gun
Exactly.
Club employed. They suck. You have Satin and fucking Sing on this show, bro.
Exactly. They
I
brought in
mean,
that fucking Italian indie loser. Like, bro, they bring in garbage all the time. Enzo
I
was
mean,
great.
dude, you got Danhausen on the show, bro.
Exactly.
The guy
Get that
in
man.
total has probably wrestled under 5 minutes on actual AEW programming. I don't know how much he wrestles on Dark. I mean,
That
bro, you
don't
got these
count.
people that don't need to be there, bro. Enzo is actually entertaining, and he can actually
I'd love to see
really
Enzo.
captivate somebody with his promo ability.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand what the negative stigma around here is. I mean, he's innocent. We Ben know that.
For like
So
3 years now or some shit.
and everybody knows he's innocent. So I mean,
Come on.
it
I
can't
want to
be
see.
that. But I want to see Enzo, bro, and I want to see
Yeah, I
him with
really do.
Cass. Yeah, those two were tailor made for each other, man. So
Truly, bro. You cut out for me, and all I heard is I just want to see him with ass.
I'm
The
dead.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I
No,
don't know what the problem is here. But
I really don't.
next we got Jungle Boy versus Jay Lethal. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they know that maybe it was the wrong decision to
Mm-hmm.
have Christian Cage beat Jungle Boy if Christian Cage was going to go away for 8 months. So
Exactly.
they're trying to help the man get his wins back, and in this match, he picked up a clean victory, even with his boys ringside. He picked up a clean victory with the snare trap against Jay Lethal. Yeah, and
Oh,
it was a really good match. Jungle Boy definitely needs to pick up the victory. Definitely needs to pick up the victory, man. After losing when he probably shouldn't have. I mean,
no.
I could definitely. I mean, I said on the All Out review. I said it then, bro. Like that was absolutely like the perfect booking decision. But then once I
Oh,
heard Christian was injured, I was like, okay,
yeah. Could have
why?
waited.
The only thing that I think you could get out of this is for the next 8 months, you create a more vicious Jungle Boy
Yeah.
because that loss is just haunting him,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean that's a positive out of it, but he never said anything about Luchasaurus here or nothing, man. So
No. So
he
I think they're
yeah
gonna wait a little bit to start that feud up, just because they have 8 months to kill. So
yeah. So why not give him some wins? Maybe eventually in 8 months, Jungle Boy will be TNT champ, and then you can do something cool with him and Christian from there. But
hopefully something.
so next, they did an interview with Luigi, the pizza maker.
Ah,
Um,
fucking
Ethan
indie guys.
Page immediately came in and big booted him,
Good.
and this is probably Logan's favorite part of the show because Danhausen walked out from behind the monitor. Danhausen walked out and challenged Ethan Page, or he said something to Ethan Page, and then Ethan Page challenged him to a match on Rampage, and then Danhausen was talking about it, and then right after Page walked away, he kind of realized what the hell he just got himself into. So
Hmm.
yeah, so that was for Friday on Rampage. Hence why I do not watch Rampage live.
Exactly, bro.
Good God,
Good
there was a
lord, that's
cool
awesome.
there was a cool little um, video package of Darby Allin
God.
trying to flip, trying to flip a tricycle, trying to backflip a fucking tricycle. Um,
Fucking
bro,
Darby, that man's nuts.
how can you not love Darby Allin, dude?
That
This
man
guy is
breezy,
great.
bro. He's a mark. He's just a straight up mark.
Honestly, dude, Darby Allin is great. Just
He
so
really
random
is.
on Dynamite, bro. Like,
I
what are
know.
you doing, man?
Like, what?
And then at the end, they showed that Swerve was there with him.
Yeah, that was dope.
So they then, right after this, went into a promo with Matt Hardy talking about Darby Allin, and
Mhm.
they showed clips of Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
And Matt mentioned Jeff for the first time in a while. We've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
Jeff mentioned. We have, and then obviously that kind of goes with the news that we told you guys Friday that Matt said we're getting closer to seeing Jeff again, and I did hear that he did successfully complete his extended rehab stay,
Yeah.
so which is great for Jeff, and yeah, give him a little bit longer. Don't rush him
Definitely.
back. You know, give
Please
him another
don't.
month or two. You know, just to make sure he doesn't do anything else, and just to heal his body up, man. Because clearly
Dude, I'm
that 90
telling
day
you,
no compete was not
wasn't
enough.
enough.
So,
Exactly, bro. So let the man heal up mentally and physically, definitely, before he comes
mhm.
back.
And when you do bring him back, really look into doing the broken stuff. You know, we,
Please.
we stressed that on this show while Jeff was wrestling because
Hmm.
everybody was marking out, oh, Jeff's doing all this crazy shit like he's 20 again. Guys, he ain't 20. That's just a
No,
fact. That's just a fact.
exactly.
And we all care about Jeff. And if you really care about Jeff, I think you guys would want him wrestling a much safer style to preserve his body because that is what's best for
Exactly.
him. Because him moving around like he's 20 does not work anymore. It
It
does
does
not
not.
work anymore. It's there's gonna come a day. There's gonna come a day where this happens for the likes of Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin as well. These guys that
Mhm.
were used to doing this stuff now, there's gonna come a day where they're just gonna be too old, man, and you gotta find a different way to reinvent yourself because this
Exactly.
is
Because
not good, you know. Because if
gotta
you're
be
self medicating with alcohol, especially for Jeff, is not good at all. It's not good. So,
exactly, man. If at the end of the day, your yourself and your body matters more than the fans, so make sure that's right. Put that first.
absolutely. Absolutely, bro. So, yeah, man. Next, we got um, Powerhouse Hobbs versus some local guy from
Somewhere,
Albany, New Jersey, or Albany, New York. I
I
don't
think.
know.
Yeah, I think he was.
Albany something. I think
Yeah,
it's New Jersey too. But
I think so.
Powerhouse Hobbs defeats the guy in like 10 seconds. He hit him in the corner and then throw him up against the ropes and hit him with the spine buster. He grabbed the mic and started talking about how he pretty much mopped the floor with absolute Ricky Starks. And he said that he was done with him. And then you just see Ricky Starks come down from the aisle or from the crowd. I mean, um, see Ricky come down from the crowd wearing his shades, hops in the ring, runs past the security guards, hops in the ring, and hits Hobbs with the microphone. And yeah, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. One thing about that promo, did you notice fucking Hobbs' mouth started bleeding like in the middle of his promo?
Yeah, yeah.
I think he had like a little like blood pack for when he got hit with the mic, and I think he popped it a little too early. So that was something I noticed.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's funny. Um, Yeah, man. I don't know if did they announce Starks versus Hobbs too for Grand Slam.
They might have. I don't think so though. I'm not sure. I don't remember them, but I don't not remember them doing it either.
Rampage Grand Slam. Eddie Kingston versus Sammy Guevara. That's fucking
Oh,
great.
well, fun. They spoil us, man.
Why is it showing me Grand Slam last year?
Hey, look,
Where's Twitter when I need it?
bro, I'm telling you.
All these fucking motherfuckers.
Well, I know
Post
everything.
post the card. Here we are. No, we did not get it, at least for Dynamite. Let me look. Oh, we did get it for Rampage Grand Slam.
Wow, okay.
Oh,
Fun.
damn, they should have put that on Dynamite.
100%. What the hell?
Yeah, we got, then we got, then we got, backstage promo about Pac and the Lucha Bros. Before their match, I believe, later in the night. Then we got another Swerve in Our Glory title defense. This is great. This was another great title defense. It was against the Lucha Bros, and like I said, man, this team has really grown on me
Mm-hmm.
for match quality reasons, and I do think it's a little unfortunate that it has to come to an end, but it is
100%.
not unfortunate in the sense of the people that they have to drop the titles to.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. It all works well in the end.
yeah, because the last thing people are gonna remember from Swerve in Our Glory's title reign is the match that they have at Grand Slam and the match that they had it all out, man. But I hope they're able to replicate that as well as they can, man. And it's gonna be really hard. Um, should have just given the titles to the Acclaim then, but here we are.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. It's gonna happen eventually anyway, so might as well just do it to someone great.
exactly, exactly, man. So I absolutely love seeing the Acclaimed get this over. Um, Yeah, so Swerve in Our Glory faces the Lucha Bros, and they put on a very good match here. I don't understand why they would book the newly crowned Trios champions versus the tag champions, because
Yeah, it's stupid.
either way, a champion looks weak at the end of this,
Exactly.
and, the Lucha Bros just took the loss, and I believe it was clean. I believe
Yeah.
it was a clean loss, man. So, yeah, Swerve in Our Glory did end up winning here, and the Acclaim came out and told them pretty much that they were taking the titles next week, bro. So
Hell yeah, bro.
yeah, they came out wearing shirts that said, "Oh, scissor me, daddy."
Damn.
Great.
I'm dead. They going crazy with these shirts, bro. They getting wild.
Yeah, yeah. All out, man. The fans really turned. Oh, basket is glory. To oh, scissor me, daddy.
God damn. Power
Fucking
of
wrestling
weird
fans.
shit. I'm telling you.
So, the Lucha Bros took the loss clean. Alex Marvez seen them walking with Alex Oberhantes and Pac in the back, and Pac stopped and he started talking to Alex Oberhantes about the Lucha Bros losing and whatnot, and then he started talking about his All Atlantic title, and then he just got I was gonna
Hit.
say Superman punch, orange punched.
Mm-hmm. Bro.
He took the orange punch and he fell to the ground, and Orange Cassidy told him not for long because he was just talking about how he is the All Atlantic champion, and then he just set the mic down and
Yeah.
walked away. And then they confirmed for us that next week we will be getting Pac versus Orange Cassidy for the All Atlantic Championship.
That's good, man. It's gonna be a fun
Interesting, man.
match.
It's gonna be a
I
great
know.
match.
Definitely, man. These two always do have great chemistry, so always great to see one of their matches.
So that's gonna be great. But something that isn't going to be great is what unfolds on this fucking show next.
Good lord.
Britt Baker and Serena Deeb are taking on Tony new AEW Women's Champion Tony Storm. That Tony Storm. And Athena.
Hmm.
Somebody who should be making a lovely transition into the, main event scene of the women's division, as to where other people should be dipping out of the AEW women's division, maybe going after the TBS title, maybe doing something fucking different.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Jamie Hayter, Pog Hayter, is still mad at Britt Baker, so obviously this is why Britt Baker had to get Serena Deeb to do this match. So she's still mad at her. And this match was, and I hate saying this, it was really decent. The parts where Athena, Tony Storm, and Serena Deeb were in the ring.
They're
I
three
hate
girls.
saying that, bruh. I hate saying that because it's like,
Man, she's
I
not
think
doing herself any favors, man.
I think Britt is great. I think Britt is great, but Jesus,
She
what
ain't helping
the
her own
fuck?
case. God damn.
You pinned Tony Storm. I don't give a fuck if it was a cheat or not.
No.
You pinned Tony Storm, and she only has one win under her belt since being the AEW Women's Champion.
Literally. Already pinned.
Bro,
I guess who?
and it was the weakest cheat from Britt Baker I've ever seen. She
Oh,
literally
so easy.
put the chair in between. She didn't even like wedge it between the top and the middle rope like you're supposed to. She just held it there. Serena Deeb threw her into the chair, and then Deeb just like rolled her up, and that was it. Bro.
That shit ain't right, bruh.
And you might say, well, Britt didn't get the pin. Britt didn't do this. Oh, okay. Well, then explain this to me. Why did Britt Baker just take out the whole field after the match? And
Oh,
Britt's
yeah.
just the only one standing tall. She goes to hit Tony with a chair, and here comes Jamie Pog Hayter down the ramp, and she just takes the chair from Britt. She looks at Britt with the chair like she's gonna hit her, and then she just hits Tony Storm, drops the chair, and tells Britt she's still mad at her and leaves. And Britt's just saying, "I'm sorry. I told you I'm sorry."
I'm sorry, I literally stopped your pin. Like, you sorry, bitch. You sorry because you lost. That's why you sorry. And, man, are they not doing themselves any favor with Britt?
No.
Everybody saying, no, bro, what do? Have her beat the interim women's champion. What? And then embarrass her. Beat up everybody like she's fucking Wardlow or something. Don't make sense, bro. Don't make sense.
Bro,
I'm telling you.
just... Damn, I used to like Britt, but Tony Khan is giving me every reason to hate her.
Dude,
Honestly,
I'm
dude, like, that is literally... Like... That is literally like the exact truth, bro, because I like
100%.
Britt Baker too. I think she's fantastic. At one point, she was the savior of the women's division, and if you look back, she was kind of the catalyst for change. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, she was at the top of that division, and she was the hero of the division when the division needed her to be the hero the most. The problem is she's still trying to be the hero, and she doesn't, and she needs to let other people thrive. You don't think it was a little like that the Young Bucks had to lose to all these new teams in the beginning of AEW because they're like, man, what the fuck, like, you know,
We're the Young Bucks. We're goated.
exactly, you know. So it was probably like, man, I wish we could do more, but at the end of the day, they swallowed their egos and they knew what they had to do to make a division. And honestly, Britt, Tony is always going to look at you as the top female, the Charlotte of the women's division. Don't you want to build up the division around you? Because either way, you're going to be at the top of it. But the difference is now you're at the top of a women's division where everybody is buried. Everybody feels like they have a ceiling.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you want to be at the top of a thriving women's division where everybody gets to eat at your table? Not just you?
Think? Nah, not Britt. Doesn't make sense, man. They're not doing themselves favors.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. Yeah, Logan said that perfectly, bro. They are giving you every single reason to hate this woman, man.
Exactly, bro. Because she's insufferable right now.
100%, bro. 100%. And having Toni Storm lose and take a pin from a whack-ass cheating spot. Like, bro, what?
Fuck.
Honestly, it was horrible, dude. It really was. It really was not that good. It wasn't that good at all. It sucked, as a matter of fact. And Toni Storm is already taking a pin. How long was Britt Baker unpinned after she won that woman's title?
Oh, I would love to know. Months, probably.
What? And you know, that is what we always say with WWE. Do not do certain things to people that you wouldn't do to Roman. Do not do things to these women that you would not do to Britt Baker. If Thunder Rosa was announcing her injury, if Britt Baker was announcing her injury, would you ever even contemplate giving her 30 seconds in a backstage clip to announce to the world that she's going to miss the biggest AEW pay-per-view of the year?
Come on.
No.
Exactly.
Would you ever have Britt Baker take a clean pinfall 2 weeks after winning the title?
God, no. Never.
Even if it was off a cheat?
Never.
No, because it's not good representation. It's not a good presentation of this person.
Yeah, it's not. Not at all.
No matter how you spin it. I mean, come on now. So, the main event was then Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. This one was a very good match, bro. This one was a very good match. I liked it better than the All Out match. Now that could have been the reason their match probably wasn't the best it could have been at All Out is, quite honestly, for the live crowd, probably exhaustion, because I do think Bryan and Jericho went on after.
They were pretty late on the card, weren't they? Second to last, or like third?
No, that was. I think they were third because I know second was Black.
Third. Yeah, they were third.
I think they were third to last, but there was something that came before them that a lot of people had wanted to see. So, but let me tell you, man, this is a really good match. This is a really good match. I really enjoyed the ending of this show, and I tell you, Chris Jericho, in terms of match quality, this is probably his best year.
Oh, 100%, man.
Look at all the just great matches he's had over this year. There was a match with Eddie Kingston at Revolution. There was the Anarchy in the Arena. There was the Blood and Guts this year. That was phenomenal. There was the Barbed Wire Everywhere match. There
Man,
was this match with Bryan. I mean,
Mhm.
he has had a career year in terms of match quality.
He really has, man. He really has. That shit, but he's been going crazy. I'm happy for Jericho.
Me too. Me too. Because he did not really have a good year last year.
No, last year was a pretty bad year for Chris Jericho, but he's went up this year, bro. He re-upped.
100%. 100%. So, Moxley comes out and they are putting the camera on him and they're putting the camera on him and Bryan right down the hard cam. And there's this fucking fan holding a sign that says CM Punk owns the Young Bucks.
Bruh. Yeah, fucking dude. Should put. Oh my god! And there was this one fucking sign. I don't know if it was that crowd or in the crowd after All Out. I think it was this crowd actually. It just said the Elite, and there was like a bite mark taken out of the corner of the sign. Bro, I was dying. This shit had me
Bruh.
rolling.
What the fuck, man?
Speaking of bite mark, did you guys see that picture of Kenny Omega? Bro has a straight up bite mark right here. I bit that motherfucker in the arm.
I'm gonna start calling A Steel Dracula, bro. He bit the shit out
Bro,
of that man.
bro, like a zombie off Walking Dead, bro. They're trying to infect his ass. Like, bro, how do you bite someone in the arm? You really trying to bite him?
Ah,
You crazy. Put him in that dog collar match.
yeah, bro. We gotta see it. We gotta see
We
it.
gotta.
I like
He's
that
got.
idea.
It's perfect.
Let's do the
Perfect way
dog
to set
collar
it is.
match, bro.
Tie his ass
On
to the post.
Rampage, we seen Penelope Ford defeat Willow Nightingale. We seen Samoa Joe beat Josh Woods and be helped by Wardlow. Hopefully, we get to see these
Yeah,
two. That'd be
that'd be
cool.
a fun team. Definitely.
Ethan Page defeats Danhausen.
No way.
And Jericho gets himself a Ring of Honor Championship match
Oh shit.
against Claudio
That's
next
heat.
week on Dynamite.
That's gonna be another good ass match, man. Jericho, you've been having a great year, man.
Oh, how can I forget? And then right after that woman segment, they announce that Britt Baker is
Oh
getting
yeah.
another woman's title shot.
No
It's
way.
going to be Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb versus Athena versus Britt Baker. Bruh.
Dude, you could put literally anybody in Britt's spot in that match. Literally anybody.
Jamie Hayter. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you should have Britt Baker make amends with Jamie and be like, look, you can have my spot. That's how sorry I am.
Mm-hmm. Then fuck her over in the match.
Yeah, because those two need to be done, bro. Those two need to
Oh
be done.
bro.
I would really mess with Jamie Hayter in the Blackpool Combat Club. I would
I
really mess with
would,
that.
that would be heat, bro. That would be heat.
Yeah, I
Get
think
to see the
she's great.
pod. Came to the PCC, the Pod Combat
Combat
Club.
Club.
I need that PCC, bro. I need it.
And then there was a match with Darby and Matt Hardy.
The fuck, Logan? I
Trash
mean,
House.
Goldhausen.
That is true, bro. Athena lost in 4 minutes at All Out.
When she did
4 minutes in a title match. In a title match
Mm-hmm.
that's not even considered the main title, the main women's title on AEW programming. Bruh.
Dude, this women's division is shambles, bro.
What the
God
fuck,
damn.
man?
What's going on, bro? What Tony Khan doing? He too busy in court with CM Punk and A Steel.
I guess, bro. I guess. So, um, this is the full lineup for Grand Slam. For Dynamite Grand Slam, we got Pac versus Orange Cassidy for the All Atlantic title. Claudio versus Chris Jericho for the ROH World title. You have Storm versus Deeb versus Athena versus Britt for the women's title. You have Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed 2 for the tag team titles. And then you have Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW World title. Then for Dynamite Rampage Grand Slam, you have Sting and Darby Allin versus the House of Black. No, it's not what you're thinking. It's only Murphy and Brody King in a no disqualification tag team match, so that should be pretty cool.
That'll be dope.
Starks versus Hobbs.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a number behind that, but maybe Starks versus Hobbs too, unless they faced before. Starks versus Hobbs, whatever.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara versus Eddie Kingston. Jade Cargill versus Diamante.
Oh wow, she's employed still.
I know, right?
The fuck?
Action Bronson and
Oh,
Hook
yeah.
versus Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, and Cool Hand Angelo Parker.
Wow.
Yeah. That is actually a pretty cool celebrity appearance.
That's a
Hook
cool ass one.
and his real life friend who sings his theme song.
That's hard as hell, bro. It goes nuts.
And then you have Jungle Boy versus Ray Phoenix and the Golden Ticket Battle Royal.
Don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what that's a golden ticket for. Maybe you guys watch the live feed of Rampage. What the hell is a Golden Ticket Battle Royal?
I couldn't tell you.
Let me see.
So Rampage isn't going to be live?
No, it's taped.
God damn.
Yeah, I wish it was live.
Shit.
Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find this real quick.
Because I think I've heard of that before. I think they've done it before. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. The Murder Hawk Monster is back for the Battle Royal.
Oh,
Thought I had
my.
to throw that out there.
Anti-user. He's about to lose again.
Okay, this is weird.
World title shot.
Hangman Page, Lance Archer, Jay Lethal, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Dark Order will battle it out in the first ever Golden Ticket Battle Royal, with the winner earning a future AEW World Championship match at a set time and place. Why would you do that when you already have somebody who has a title shot that's uncashed in?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But I like the fact that you can, use it down the line type thing.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. You can just cash in your gold ticket whenever you feel like it. And not like a Money in the Bank, but like just, hey, we having this match at blank. I like that. I like it. But like you said, it's kind of weird that they do it at the same time that MJF can do the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the week of AEW.
Hell yeah.
That was the week of AEW, man. Then we got Raw. Well, let me see.
Did anything on SmackDown? I don't think so. I didn't hear a damn thing from that goddamn show. That I remember.
Logan Paul opened the show and it has a promo with Paul Heyman. Logan Paul is completely unbelievable here.
No.
I just want to throw that out there. He looks so completely out of place in a program with Roman Reigns. Just to let you guys know that. I mean, Jesus.
At this point, I feel bad for him. They're setting that man up for failure.
Yes, 110%, bro. 110%. They are setting his ass up for utter failure, and it is ridiculous, bro. I don't know.
It really is, bro.
I don't know why. it was
I
bad,
hate
man.
it.
It was bad. I mean, it wasn't as bad as his segments with The Miz. I will say that.
Oh, 100%.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to take a guess on the other cool thing that happened on SmackDown?
Is it Gunter related?
No, it's kind of an annual thing. It's kind of one of the only good things that happens on SmackDown on a weekly basis.
Good cross promo?
Bingo, ding ding ding.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Actually,
I watch
there,
SmackDown.
there's a there's a couple there's a couple other things on the show actually. Maximum Male Models. They were introducing their back to school line.
What the fuck, you fucking creeps? You're fucking adults. You fucking creeps.
And obviously, I would never burden you guys with talking about Maximum Male Models on Unscripted.
Maximum
However,
garbage.
before the promo, Max Dupree
Please.
says, "Tonight we're in Anaheim, which is not that far away from L.A."
Hey,
So that was pretty
that shit
cool.
heat.
And then there was a promo last week where they were in the back and he said, "Sometimes, guys, you just have to get through the day so you can get to the night."
They're teasing,
Bro,
man. I think they're gonna do it. That shit
I
heat.
miss LA Knight, and I hated him. I could not stand LA Knight when he first came to WWE.
Oh my god. He
But
was
I will say,
garbage at first.
as that like veteran presence in 2.0, he was good, bro.
That shit was good, man.
He was really good. But yeah, he said and it's kind of weird too, because whenever he does it, Maxine Dupree like kind of looks at him like, what the fuck, like it's almost like she knows that he's thinking
Yeah.
about being LA Knight, and she just tries to like snap him out of it or something. But yeah, he said, tonight we're in Anaheim, which is not too far away from LA, and he even did his little hand thing. So
That's heat, bro.
yeah, and then Braun Strowman came back and just beat up these guys trying to just show the new school uniforms for the year, man. So
Dude, why'd they fucking rehire this fucking asshole? Good lord.
he is fucking horrible, bro. He is so ass. Like, he literally just comes out every week and just does a bunch of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a novelty act, bro. And
Oh,
to
yeah.
think these are the things that people said about the Fiend.
Oh, 100%. People talked about the Fiend, like how Braun is. Like, what? It don't make sense, but now they want him back. But, man, with this Survivor Series announcement, I think the only reason that they announced that, as early as they did, they're trying to cover up for this backlash that fucking Triple H has been getting about Logan Paul and Braun. They're just trying
Yeah.
to cover that backlash up, bruh. That's all that is. And I ain't falling for it. That shit's still garbage. Mhm.
I definitely see. I could definitely I could rock with that.
Because that random way to announce that shit
So random, yeah. Just
after
do it.
that, exactly, just do it on TV. Like the first time we got
Well,
War Games.
you know,
And they might have to announce it a little bit. Just do what AEW does, bruh. Send it out to the dirt sheets a little. Let them get the rumor mill going, and when they confirm it, people start going crazy. It's a good tactic to get people hyped for something.
that is true. I would say they do the big dramatic thing, but you don't really have William Regal anymore. So,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say that would have been nuts if you got like Sasha Banks or no, that's another thing, dude. That's another interesting point. So you have Damage Control in the ring, and then you got Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss in the ring, and then you just have you could do Raquel and Aaliyah in the ring as well, or you could find somebody cooler than Aaliyah. But
Please.
You have William Regal come out and, yell War Games, and then Survivor Series, which is in Boston, you can
Mm-hmm.
bring back Sasha Banks and Naomi to be the final two members on Team Damage Control. So, um,
Oh, good
you
lord.
don't really have Regal anymore, but have Triple H do it.
Yeah, that'd be a markout moment. People would love that shit. People would love to see the occasional Triple H appearance, man. I hope he knows that. I hope he know.
Oh,
I
those were
hope he
great.
doesn't think he has to stay in the shadows, because he could just pop up on TV and do shit like that, and people will go crazy for it. People will love it.
We know he's
So
back there.
exactly, we know he's there marking out. So do it. My thing about Survivor Series, man, I don't know if I trust him, bro. Like War Games is cool, and WWE's War Games isn't bad. It's good. I definitely prefer AEW's version, but it's still good nonetheless when it's done right, man. But dude, what are these matches about to be? Because we'll talk about this later, but let's say it's not crossed in a group. Who the fuck is the Bloodline gonna face in that shit? Who?
I would maybe think a weird team, and then
Yeah,
could maybe do like a Sami Zayn turn inside of there.
maybe, but like I don't know, man. I don't know. And dude, don't tell me I'm gonna have to see Alexa Bliss in a War Games. That sounds like utter garbage to me, bro. It just
She just
does.
she just wants to fight, bro.
Like, I like.
Um,
Mhm.
um, personally, I'm on the other side of the coin. I'm rocking with it. I think if you don't have a brand split concept,
Oh, this is perfect.
I think this is perfect.
Hmm.
And I like that they're adding something fresh to Survivor Series that, and you're at a point too. What are you gonna do, man? You gonna do fucking NXT War Games inside a Capital Wrestling Center in front of 20 people? You know,
Exactly. You can't do
so
it in NXT anymore.
yeah. So I like that Triple H is bringing the concept that a lot of people want to see at Survivor Series, and War Games, Survivor Series, so
Hmm.
it kind of goes hand in hand, and I like it. It's kind of, and I like the women's aspect, but I'm kind of a little blurry on what we're gonna do with the men.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit, man, just a little bit, but
One thing I just realized though, if everybody that bought tickets to Survivor Series, how they do the little setup,
oh
they show
yeah,
you. How the fuck is that gonna work? That's what I want to know because I haven't seen it. Maybe there's like a big area there where there was no seats and they're just putting it there. But like, what what about the people that might get displaced? I'd be pissed if I bought ringside tickets to see the ring and now I'm 30 feet that way. I'm pissed.
man. Let me look this up.
Yeah, like
I wonder how that works. Because Logan said it's been sold out, and I remember them saying that.
Yeah, I remember that too. WWE Survivor Series. There are no current upcoming events. Let me see.
Bruh. Oh, yeah, I see it. November 26th.
Bruh.
I went to StubHub website, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to Ticketmaster.
Yeah, it's like a normal ring setup.
That's weird.
Dude, I wonder how they're going to do that. I'd be
TD
pissed.
Garden.
It's a small arena, too. That's a normal ass arena.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm.
That's.
Unless they like minimize the
I was
set.
gonna. So. Mm, so if you look at the ring, it looks like the ringside seats are like more far away. Like it looks like there's a lot more ringside area than they need.
Yeah, like A and B looks real weird. Like the way that's set up.
Yeah, it
Maybe.
looks like kind of far away, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it vertical this year. They might have to.
Or I was gonna say you could push the ring up closer to the entrance stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you maybe put the announce table on the ramp, how they used to do for Raw, and then you kind of maybe have a little bit of room for it there. You got more room for like a, you got more room, you know, if you don't do the announce table.
Exactly.
Maybe something like that, but yeah, that's
Maybe.
weird, man. That's weird.
How are you gonna do that, man? Because that don't look like a whole lot of ring space. Not at least vertically, horizontal. Or they might have. I wonder, man. We're gonna have to see. Because if fans are
This place, they won't be happy.
I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, and they even changed. I don't know if you guys could see, but they even changed on Ticketmaster. It says Survivor Series War Games now. So
Oh wow, that's sick.
yeah, they got that new little logo.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I like that logo. That's like stamped on it. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, man. But yeah, they announced War Games today, and yeah, I honestly think it was like Sir K said. I think it was Triple H playing up to the hardcore fans that have kind of been looking at him sideways, like us,
Yeah.
with the past couple
WWE.
decisions. But as for War Games, I'm rocking with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is something that you can't do in NXT anymore,
No.
and you kind of, and you know, you're bringing it to the main roster, and I like it because then we're gonna get a chance to see some really cool people over the years in War Games that we've never seen in War Games before. So
Definitely.
I like that aspect of it. And yeah, to be quite honest, man, I'm rocking with it, bro. I'm rocking with it. I really like how you are pumping some life into a dead concept, because we were kind of like, you know, what's the fucking point of doing Survivor Series this year? You know, I mean, it's
Exactly.
like, what is it gonna be? But man, if these War Games matches are heat, then, you know, if they give us a build worthy of it, then who knows, man? You might just catch us on here, bro. Because me and you were completely over Survivor Series. But if they give us worthy time, man, then we'll give them worthy time for a review. So
Possibly. I don't know, man, but yeah, I'm definitely rocking with the concept, man. But I think this year, I don't know if it'll go out that great.
yeah, I don't. I mean, for the women, it will. For the women, it will. They got like a little storyline going, you know.
I don't
So
know, man. To me, that other side, like the Bianca and Asuka group, I don't give a fuck about
that
them.
group's. I will
Give a fuck.
I will say that, but I think the match will be more focused on the Sasha Banks side of things, because it's inevitable. It's going to be Sasha and Naomi. So I think it will be their match, as kind of how the first War Games was in NXT, to where it was the Undisputeds match, you know, and then you had like fucking Roddy and AOP, and then you had Sanity, which was great. But that's why I just said I hope they find two other women than Raquel and Aaliyah.
But you know what I'm just realizing?
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking about this like AEW's War Games, where it's 2 teams of 5. WWE, or at least they have done 3 teams of 3.
Yeah, but then the next, that was only for the first one, because then the other ones they did 2 teams of 4.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that shit, to be honest. I really don't.
There was like the UE versus like Viking Raiders, Ricochet and Pete Dunne, and then and then there was Tony D'Angelo, Breaker, Grayson Waller, and Carmelo versus Gargano, Ciampa, Knight, and Pete Dunne, I think. Yeah, Pete Dunne. It was the first, it was the first year, because like I said, that was like the UE's match. So
that's true.
Yeah, and then there was the one we went to where it was Team Undisputed versus Team Ciampa.
Oh yeah, good one.
But yeah, I mean, they could also do 4 and just put Raquel and Sasha, but I feel like Sasha will want to come back with Naomi. I'm not fucking with Aaliyah or Alexa Bliss in that match. I'm cool with
God,
Raquel because
no.
she's done one before and it was good. Asuka, I mess with Bianca Belair. I'm cool with, but and then Bailey's side, I'm all cool with, man. But that other side is,
Oh God, do not put Alexa in that match.
come on, bro. She just wants to fight, man. She's
Stand up,
she's
stand up, and fight, man.
she just wants to
Garbage.
fight, bro. I don't know where she got all this badassery about her, but
I
she
just
just
want to
wants to
come.
fight, bro. That's all she wants. So should be interesting. And then for the men, I think either way it'll be good. It's just a matter of like, do you do the bloodline? I think that'll be sick. I think the men's one will be sick if you get like a cool opponents. If you do like a Karrion Kross faction, I don't know who else is gonna be in that. So quite honestly, I would honestly just rock with a team that all just hate the bloodline.
That might work.
I think you'd get a better match quality, to be 100% honest.
You
Like Kevin
might.
Owens, Drew, fucking Seth, and I don't know, somebody. Because if let's just say they give Cross a faction, if it ends up being ass, bro, oh hell
Pause.
nah, that is not gonna be good. Because Solo Sikoa should be sick in it. Sami Zayn should be cool in it. The Usos should be great in it, and Roman should be good in it. You know, in terms of match quality. But with the other team, just in case Cross gets a garbage ass faction, as of right now, we haven't seen a faction yet, or even if there is gonna be a faction. I'm honestly just rocking with a team that's like just kind of like
Just all beef.
anti-bloodline
I get you. I
type
get you.
thing,
That could be pretty
because
cool.
I think the match quality will be better, especially if this
Oh
motherfucker
yeah,
got fucking Braun Strowman and EC3 in his
dude.
group.
Please no. Hell no.
So yeah, but either way, man, either way, I like the new concept, bruh. And you know, even if things are a little weird for this year, after this year we have Triple H has got a whole year to book something into place for next year. So it should be a
Exactly.
fucking cool concept moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, man. And then also, if you wanted to do the Raw versus SmackDown concept, hey, bro,
Dude, that's
put the
serious. Fuck.
put the top names of Raw, 5 top names in Raw, 5
Five
top
top
names of SmackDown,
War
and
games.
you just put 10 guys in there that just have a
Got beef.
beautiful level of match quality, and you are going to get some great war games. Because if Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller could give you a great war games match, man, these guys on the main roster, whew, that shit is gonna
AJ.
be heat, bro.
Edge.
He was one I was very excited. Like, bro,
Oh,
I
I
need to see
can't
AJ
wait.
Styles in a war games, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you,
The
man.
Bullet Club versus fucking
I gotta see Dominic.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Finn would be hard. Actually, would be. Was he in War Games?
No,
Okay, I didn't think. Was
No.
he?
the one year we went was the one year he was in NXT, and that was the year he faced Matt Riddle. Remember?
Oh, motherfucker. That was. Yep.
Yeah, because
Oh,
he was
yeah.
supposed to face Gargano, and
Mhm.
Matt Riddle was supposed to be in the War Games, and then for 2020, that was the year they did the Undisputed versus Pat McAfee's group,
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
and Finn
Yeah.
faced Kyle O'Reilly at that show, I believe. And then 2021 was Black and Gold versus 2.0. So
Good lord. 2020 was a real. That was like peak bad year for NXT, bruh.
like I said, bro, if you got Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker giving you a good ass War Games match,
You could have anybody.
you could have anybody. And the fact that they genuinely put together a faction for Pat McAfee. Who did we have in that group? It was Ridge
Think so.
Holland, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan and him, wasn't it? Ugh,
I think so. Oh, man. That was
that was
ass, bro.
awful, bro.
Dude, that was so garbage.
Yeah, what a horrible legacy on the Undisputed's last War Games match.
Dude, like, what the fuck? What is
That
that?
is ass, bro. Yeah, I'm rocking with it, bro. I'm rocking with it either way. I'm interested to see what they can do, but I'm like I said, or like you're mentioning, bro, even if it is a little like weird this year, I'm excited for the future.
Yeah,
The more
definitely the
years.
future of it.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be heat, bro. But yeah, that was I think that was pretty much everything on SmackDown. So wow, I think that was the most we've ever talked about SmackDown on this show. To be 100% honest with
100%.
you.
Well, thing is, look, in 2021 and 2022 for me with NXT, that really counts as like, 2.0, and 2.0 doesn't matter at all to me. So when I say like peak bad NXT, I mean peak bad black and gold. That was
No,
definitely, I
that was
think,
horrible.
2020.
Yeah.
I think that was
Oh
2020
yeah.
peak bad black and gold. That shit was
Yes.
ass.
Because yeah, 2021 was a bad year for NXT, but if I gotta say anything about NXT, bro, like that, and if I gotta say anything about 2.0, that War Games was fucking fire. I mean,
Definitely, man.
that's just a fact, bro. That's just a
Definitely.
fact. But
Oh,
well,
2020 was garbage.
2020 was bad, and 2021 Black and Gold was pretty bad as well. The
Yeah.
only thing good we got out of that was, I want to say, Walter and Champa, and
Yeah.
that was then the year that Walter tapped.
Hmm.
So,
Exactly. So there
yeah,
was that.
that
In
was,
2021 was more a transition period. It
yeah,
wasn't even
pretty
black
much.
and gold anymore. It was this. It was fucking gray and bronze at that point.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah, I kind of, yeah, I definitely, yeah. Oof, both of those years you and Logan are mentioning are just not
God
good years of
awful.
NXT. 2019 was the last of it. That was like, okay,
Hmm.
like this is
This is fun.
NXT.
Yeah.
This is
Even though
decent.
anything going cap 2019 was pretty mid for NXT, but I don't
Hmm.
remember much. But it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was. The beginning was really good. The
Oh
beginning was
yeah.
really good. Towards the end, they moved to USA, and it was
Hmm.
still good. I remember there was a point where they were fitting really nicely into the 2 hours, and then
It
they
just
started, and then,
fell.
yeah, and then it just like. I remember there was the rise of Rhea Ripley that was really
Mhm.
fun. The Prince was back. I remember 2019 being nice, but you could see the change coming with the two
Definitely.
hours, and it was kind of like, this is still good, but is it NXT? Is it NXT? And you
Mhm.
guys know what I mean when I say that. Is it the NXT? Like, is it the black and gold? It was a little, but it was, transitioning away. 2020
Yeah.
was where it all fell apart for me.
Oh, 100%.
There
100%.
now, don't get me wrong. There were good aspects. There was Keith Lee. There was Karrion Kross. But then you started to see Tommaso Ciampa fall off and Adam Cole, and it was
Mhm.
kind of just like, what the hell is going on here, bro?
Yeah, it made
Um,
no sense.
and then Bronson Reed came along kind of towards the end of it. So I mean, it had a good in it, but the majority of it was just like it fell apart, man. It just all fell
Mhm.
apart for me, definitely.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So yeah, um, we opened the show with Bobby. Oh my god, I was about to call him Bobby freaking Lashley because I'm looking at Seth freaking Rollins.
Bobby freaking Lashley. Mhm.
We have Bobby
Bobby Schmee.
Lashley, Bobby Lashley versus Seth freaking Rollins. Um, Opening the show for the U.S. title. A lot of people were mad that this opened, but like I said, for AEW, if you don't want to close, you definitely want to open. The only problem here was what did close was kind of mid.
Lord,
Um,
oh God.
yeah, it was kind of mid a little bit.
Yeah.
2016 to 2018 was fucking perfect. Definitely
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
Definitely agree.
100%. Goated.
Yeah, I would even throw 2016 to mid 2019
Yeah.
was perfect.
Perfect.
That was great shit.
That
That
shit
was
really
great shit.
was.
No, I wouldn't say 2019 was perfect. So give it to, honestly, kind of where everything kind of where you could see the downward slope in NXT was after the takeover where Johnny won the title.
Exactly.
Takeover New
That's
York. You could see it kind of going down or maybe kind of going out of it, getting out of its prime. Not that it was
Hmm.
bad, but
No.
where it all fell apart was when the pandemic hit.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
No
That was
crowd,
the end.
no crowd. They didn't want to hire indie guys anymore, so no cooler talent was coming through the door as they once were.
Just
That's
got
where it fell apart
stagnant.
for me. Hmm.
Hmm. Definitely.
Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins opened the show, and I really enjoy that this like fighting champion aspect of Bobby Lashley. I
That's
think it's
dope.
really cool, and I
Hmm.
like how he's defending the title a lot. I would really like for Triple H to reinstate. I remember back in 2016 on SmackDown when
Hmm.
Naomi, or no, this was early 2017. Naomi couldn't meet her deadline for defending the title in 30 days, and they had to strip her from it. And then
That
Brock
was
held the
sick.
title and didn't defend it for like 400 days, but he kept it. But that's besides the point. Um, I need them. I love in that time how you could just tell the difference in logic between Raw and SmackDown. It was literally
Oh, it
like
made
two
more
different
sense.
people were running the show.
Oh, 100%.
Um, Jesus. So that was horrible. That was horrible. But um, the concept needs to come back, and I really like it, and I really think it would work for Roman Reigns. I really think it would work, and we can get this motherfucker defending the title more. Um,
Exactly.
Bobby Lashley wrestled the opener with Seth. They had a really good match. I really enjoyed it. For an opener, Bobby Lashley's been just putting on pretty solid matches. This one was one with Seth. This one was really good.
Hmm.
Um, they went for a hurt lock. Seth got out of it. Did the roll backwards. Was pinning Bobby. The refs counting. Bobby turned him over. Seth's legs were like draped across like the ref's back, so the ref couldn't move. As the ref was getting up, I like how this flowed.
Hmm.
Seth kicked his leg back. He pretty much, did the Ric Flair low blow, the donkey kick to
Hmm.
Bobby Lashley. Gives Bobby Lashley the low blow. Bobby Lashley was standing there on all fours in perfect position for the curb stomp. Seth went to go for it. Matt Riddle's music hits. Matt Riddle sprints to the ring, and before he goes in, he just stops. And Seth is like pissed off. He like goes to go after him, turns around into a spear, and that puts Seth away, man. Very
I
good
like
match.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it flowed like very well. Like it didn't. It hardly looked. It hardly looked very. It hardly looked very choreographed, man.
Nice.
It
Nice,
was. It
man.
was. It just had a really nice flow. Then they announced something later in
Oh,
the
bro. That's
show.
heat. I can't wait for that. That's probably the only reason I watched that damn pay per view
100%.
so far, at least.
Hundred
If I,
percent, bro.
watch it back. But one thing I really liked about that whole sequence is how Matt Riddle didn't like attack Seth or none. He played it smart and just looked at him, fucked with him, distracted him, keeping it simple.
Yeah, man. Damage Control comes out in a bedazzled golf cart
Oh,
to have
okay,
their championship celebration.
all right, why
They're in
not?
the ring. Dakota Kai is proceeds to start going off about everybody's career trajectory in WWE. She
Damn,
says about Asuka, she used to be a fearless warrior and now she's a joke or something like
damn,
that.
she
They talked about how
spilled it.
Bianca Belair was only a ponytail and some earrings.
Damn,
Alexa
alright.
Bliss, and then they came out and Bailey said to Alexa Bliss, "You are a shell of your former self, pretty much. You are not as good as the old Alexa Bliss."
Damn, she ain't capping. That shit all
No,
truth.
there was genuinely a point, bro, where Alexa Bliss was fire.
Oh
Hence
no, she
2016 SmackDown. She was great.
that shit was heat, bro. And now she's just there. That's sad.
Seriously.
You hate to see
Stand
it.
up, shut up, Fight me. That's what I gotta say to that. Yeah, man. So, Bailey says, you were a lot more feared when you were trying to ruin my life. That's the
That's he.
Bailey, this is your life segment. And Alexa Bliss says, Lily's not the only evil part. I'm still in there.
What?
Shut up, bruh. You don't make no damn
You
sense.
fucking loser. Bro, ain't nobody take her seriously no more. That's what she
So,
don't realize.
good lord, bruh. Fucking
You look
A.
at damn school shooter saying that shit.
So, so, yeah, damage control. Leave the ring. Bailey goes to leave, and then she goes to run after Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss hits her with the right hand, and Bailey goes out of the ring. And yeah, this was the end of this segment, and the confirmed main event for the show was. Now remember, I said I didn't have a problem with Bobby Lashley versus Seth opening if there was something cool to close. We had Bailey versus Alexa Bliss to close the show. Yeah.
Trash.
So
Hell.
next we had KO versus All Day Austin Theory.
Ain't that fucking insane?
So
What does it even mean? What are you doing all day?
I don't know.
Being fucking annoying? I don't get it. I don't get it.
So Kevin Owens and Austin Theory are wrestling this match. Johnny Gargano comes out and grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase and is just walking around with it ringside. This distracted Theory, and he ended up losing the match.
Damn. Got his ass.
So yeah, man. We've seen the Brawling Brutes.
Yeah, why the fuck were they on Raw?
Because they're the number one contenders, so I'm assuming since these titles float now, these guys, since they're number one contenders, can float too.
It weirdly makes sense in the fucked up world of this company.
So they were here, and they had a match, defeated the Street Profits, and they had a promo before. And they were talking about how they're going to beat up the Usos, and Butch was
trying to. Let me guess. He was trying to run at something, and they were holding him back.
He was trying to run at the Street Profits later, but during the promo, he was just like pacing around the ring like an idiot.
They got bro on some shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude, they really do. They got his ass hooked on crack or.
Bro, I don't know what drugs they got back there. I don't know what the Judgment Day take. I don't know what Butch takes. They've been passing shit around, bro. I swear to God.
And so the Street Profits come out and they're cutting a promo, and Butch goes to run at him. Ridge stops him, and Montez Ford said, "You better calm his Butch ass down."
Yeah, that's funny.
So
Butch.
they ended up beating the Street Profits. They were doing the 10 beats to the bell ring together, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, right. It's something along those lines.
There was a backstage segment where Ray and Matt Riddle were talking about Judgment Day. And then there was another backstage segment where Kevin Owens came to Johnny Gargano's aid when he ran into Alpha Academy in the back. So, Dominic is proud to be alongside his new family. He cut a promo about being in the Judgment Day, pretty much. Yeah, nothing really too much. What he said later was better. But yeah, that wasn't really too much.
Shocker.
Yeah. So then we go to Ray and Matt Riddle versus Judgment Day. So actually, we got to hear that tonight from the man himself, Judgment Day. I'll get onto that in a little bit. So They Ray and Matt ended up losing because Seth came out to then fuck Matt Riddle over in his match. And these guys ended up losing. These guys ended up losing the match. We go to commercial, we come back, and Rollins and Riddle are being separated in the backstage area. They're fighting. Seth says, you know what? You choose the time, you choose the place. I'm going to kick your ass again. Matt Riddle says Extreme Rules, and they kind of hold him back. It kind of gets loud for a minute, and then he yells Fight Pit. And Seth says, you're on.
That's
So
heat, bruh.
that
I'm so glad they
is-
brought that back.
Yes, bro.
We were just
I
talking
am
too.
so excited for... Put the Fight Pit in the new video game, bro.
Please,
bruh.
bro. Please. I love that fucking match. It's so
If only
fun.
we could get Kurt as the special guest referee again.
Oh,
I'll never forget that awkward moment when he walked up to the referee before he got in the cage and he shook his he didn't even shake his hand. He just went and just put his hand on his shoulder and just stared at him for like a good 5 seconds. Bro. And the ref was just looking at him.
I'm thinking he made just
He just put his hand on his shoulder and just stared at him with his mouth open.
smiling. Just You probably hear his breathing. Fucking Kurt, man. But
So
Fight
yeah,
Pit,
man, this
that's
is how they
fucking
announced the
awesome.
Fight Pit, and I am very excited. The first Fight Pit, I was a really big fan of. Really
Mhm.
big fan of.
We better get a Falcon Arrow off that little platform.
Yes, dude. That
That
man,
should be heat.
I love that concept, bro. No ropes. It's like a mini cage with the platform on top. That's awesome. That's awesome. I really enjoyed the Fight Pit, and it's an awesome concept for a match. I don't know who came up with it, but whoever did is a genius. Oh, by the way, I found this out the other day. Apparently, Chris Jericho came up with the concept of the Powerbomb Symphony for Wardlow.
Oh, really?
He said that on his
Dope.
Story of AEW podcast he did the other day with Inside the Ropes.
Right. That's awesome, bro. Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
that man knows. He got ideas, bro. He really do.
On God, bro. He really does. So the Fight Pit is going to be a really interesting concept. But since we kind of just mentioned the man, let's talk about this. So WWE plays this ad for Survivor Series. And what do you know? My ass thought Wardlow was coming out on Raw. Nope. I was sitting there eating my food, eating my dinner, man. And I just look up because I'm like, am I hearing this right? I'm like, are they using this song right now? Bro.
They are.
They were. They were using the song. Bruh. These motherfuckers got War Pigs. Bro. I don't know if Triple H is in the loop or if he's just a really big Black Sabbath guy.
He could be.
Because we know Triple H's style of theme songs, which I'm very excited for. And, by the way, excellent pick.
Oh, yeah. Perfect for War Games.
But, man, did that hurt a little.
Mm-hmm.
Did that hurt? Just a little bit, bro. Because now that they've used it so recently, they're probably not going to want it anymore.
Oh, no. God, no. It'll look like they're just copying them. So they can't use it. That ship has sailed.
No, it hasn't,
Oh, it has, bro. It's been long sailed. I hate to break it to you,
bro.
bro.
It has, dude. It really has. And it's very sad. Ugh.
That's fucked, bro. That's fucked.
I'm dead ass about to take out a loan for Tony Khan, bro. I'm going to take out a $10 million loan, and I'm going to be paying that till the day I die. So this motherfucker come out to War Pigs, bro.
The fuck?
I'm over this, bro. Like, I'm not over this. I still want to see it. No, come on, TK. Man, we about to
You
move
got
on.
my man in shambles over here. You don't know what
Bruh,
you're doing.
This shit really pissing me off, bro. Nah, bro. I'm gonna take out the loan, bro. Send it to him. I'm gonna send him that 10 mil. He probably gonna give it to MJF, but
Yeah.
bruh. Yeah, Ridge Holland did refer to Butch as a bruiser.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool, definitely.
Damn. Triple H, really? About to start a war here between me and Tony Khan. I can't believe this motherfucker didn't get War Pigs. That shit ain't right. But anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about this for as long as we hear this theme song. At least I will. I'm very salty about this. Although I love it because I like hearing the song and it's great for like war games. But good God, Tony Khan, get the fucking... You should have got the song at Double or Nothing in May. Here we are in September, and the agenda has not died. I'm still going to be talking about this. Because he's coming out to it one day, bro. I don't care how long I got to talk about this shit. He's going to watch this podcast one day, and something's going to hit him, bro. He's going to know he needs to buy it. Because this is some bullshit. And I'm really getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of this shit. Nah, bro. We need War Pigs, bro. Well, we're not going to have it until, December 1st. I'm assuming they got this shit till the end of November. He coming out to it December 1st.
Oh, God.
The agenda is not going to die, bro. I can promise you that. But regardless, when the hell is Survivor Series? Is that Full Gear weekend?
No, I think it's the weekend after.
Oh, is it the weekend after Thanksgiving?
I think so.
Okay.
Because Full Gear is what, the 18th or 19th that weekend?
And this one's the 26th.
Yeah, Saturday, November 26th. Yep. Regardless, we're going to have a fire-ass theme song to listen to for these War Games ads.
True.
But good God, Tony Khan,
Good Lord.
you
Come
fucked
on,
up
bro.
here. We were telling you this shit since May. We
Literally.
can't get no damn theme songs we want. We can't get no Broken Dreams, Written in My Face, War Pigs. None of this shit, man.
We just
Sick
get
of it.
straight generic shit.
We just got these garbage-ass music producers
Making
nowadays, bro.
garbage. Like, just get licensed music, bro. It ain't that hard.
Like War Pigs, bro. I don't give a fuck how much you had to pay for that bullshit. You can't give me that. Man, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of
Those
talking about
money
this.
is War Pigs, bro.
This is bullshit. That is literally all Wardlow needed to, like, complete it. Now it's
Yeah.
going to be completed till December 1st. It's going to be incomplete till December 1st, man. So regardless, we'll get back to this topic on December 1st. But for now, it's just a bunch of bullshit, and he's coming out to it one day. I'm going to talk about this till they hear me. Dexter Lumis
Oh,
and The Miz. Oh. We got an edition of Miz TV.
wow. It has been a while, though. I will give
It
his
has.
ass that.
It has.
It's been a acceptable amount of time between Miz TVs. This is what it should be.
Yeah. The one thing that was a little weird to me though was if the Miz was like really upset about this, I thought it would have, like, for presentation wise, look a little better if he just like stormed out there with the microphone.
Yeah,
Right.
that made it look good.
Good old Miz. Gotta have his Miz TV, just like I gotta have my War Pigs. He is talking about how Dexter Lumis was in his house uninvited, and that's wrong. And Tommaso Ciampa standing there with him, and then you just see a knife cutting the ring mat open. And the Miz is just standing there talking. He backs up, and Dexter Lumis starts pulling him down. Ciampa pulls him out. And then he starts pulling Ciampa in. Ciampa, being smart, grabs the mic and clonks him in the head with it.
Smart
He
as
backs
hell.
up. The Miz's dumbass puts his head near the hole, and Dexter just pops his head up like a what are those damn things that hide in the lawn? The groundhogs or the muskrats or the ground grass
I
rat.
think it's a muskrat, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Well, those things, those the things that give you them big ass holes when you're trying to cut the grass, bro. I don't know.
Exactly.
But dumb things. Bro just pops his damn head up, and the Miz just flies back. And that was that, man. And then he put his head back down, and they both got out of the ring. So, yeah.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Kind of weird. Like Logan said, bro, we need answers, bro. What's the goal? What's the end game?
Whack-a-mole.
Still,
Yeah.
exactly.
A mole
Just
rat.
stop
That's
him.
what they're called.
Oh,
A mole rat.
Yep. Literally, bro. Just start stomping his face.
Just like I hate Tony Khan right now. But
No,
regardless.
Lord.
Yeah. They got out of the ring, and I would have liked to see Dexter Lumis do his little creepy slither crawl that he used to do.
Yeah.
That would have been cool because he's under the fucking ring anyway, but according to wrestling logic, under the ring is like an abyss. That
Yeah.
leads you to hell or something. So
It's like a whole ass fucking like boiler room under there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I 110% agree with Logan here. He says, "Bro, we really need answers. How long can this guy be a fucking predator, man? I'm
Well,
sick of this,
really.
bro. Like,
just end it or answer it.
seriously, like, this stuff's really starting to annoy me. This is really getting on the Wardlow arc for me. This is really
Just
like
bad. Pointless.
like I said it on Friday. Like he needs to like do something. Like what do you want with the Miz? Like it's almost like too secretive. It's just like hard to like get involved with or like get invested in. Like what the fuck is going on? Like what do you want with the Miz? What do you like? What like? Why are you here, bro? Like the Miz don't even got a championship or nothing. Like, what do you want? It makes no sense.
It really
It makes
does.
no sense, and it's getting to the point where it's getting a little frustrating. It's getting a little frustrating because Dexter is good. He just needs a direction.
Yeah.
Just as bad as Wardlow needs War Pigs, but I digress. He just why are you here, bro? Well, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense, bro. And I don't get it. I said it on Friday. It's kind of... I'm not there yet. I'm definitely getting there, though, with this just being a part of Raw that I don't enjoy. Because I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. You know? It's just confusing at this point.
Yeah. So... Judgment Day are in the back. Judgment Day are in the back, and they are talking about their win. And Dominic Mysterio says, "I'm very proud to be with my new family and my new mommy." And he looks at Rhea Ripley.
Right, Andrade.
And he says, "I'm very proud to be with my new family and to be with my new mommy." And Rhea says, and they look at Rhea and they put the mic towards her and she says, "Mommy knows best."
Come on, bro. Don't be doing that. She taking the fuck out that man. That ain't right.
Bro.
You gotta know them details, bro.
Good lord. What is this, dude?
Dude,
what is this
group? There's just a bunch of fucking freaks.
So, from Damian Priest and Finn Balor, they didn't act as weird in this backstage segment. Dominic said to Priest, he was like, "Man, I hear all the rumors. I hear we gotta go party." You do hear about the rumors, so you did hear about the threesomes, Dominic.
I don't know a party like that, Dominic. I don't know if you like that.
Damian Priest, I mean, he's a guy who knows how to party, man. We know well about him.
Oh, yeah.
We know well about him. You know what I'm saying?
It's over with, bro.
My man's All I'm gonna say is he's been getting his bricks from Tony Khan. That's all I'm saying.
Apparently.
Or from Butch.
Or
I
from
don't
Butch,
know.
or from EC3.
Yeah.
Who knows, bro? Who knows at this point?
Tony Khan is too worried about I'm not gonna take this fucking shit. Worrying about Wardlow's misdirection.
Yeah.
But he's too busy distributing out some coke. But
Right.
bruh, I don't know what you heard about Damian Priest, but I got some other things to tell you about Mr. Priest. I don't know if you want to party. I don't know if you want to really party like Damian Priest does. And if you do, you got to go talk to Matt Riddle too. He's an honorary Judgment Day oos. So
He really is, bro.
or maybe Finn Balor's his new partner, man. You never know.
I can see it. Finn gives
Never
off
know.
those vibes.
Hey, he's a married man.
Oh yeah, he's fucking.
Well, so was
married,
Matt
I
Riddle
forgot.
and Corey
Yeah.
Graves. But regardless,
He ain't same Guevara.
so,
It don't really matter for these guys. It ain't Bray Wyatt.
bro, what the fuck, man? This just turned into a wrestler roast at 1 a.m. bro.
It really has, but we just playing it along.
We just covered all bases in like 5 minutes. So they
I'm
actually
waiting.
they actually didn't act that weird this week,
Mm-hmm.
which was nice. They turned the corner, and Finn says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! You guys can go. I'm gonna take care of this." Camera pans, and there is AJ Styles on his phone. I wonder who he was talking to. Was he talking to Triple H, man? Was he asking him what was the decision behind getting War Pigs for the Survivor Series team? Was it to
What is
spite
that?
AEW?
What are you getting War Pigs for? If we're Warlow.
Was he asking Triple H about Malachi Black? Who was he on the phone with? Was he on the phone with representatives to his favorite community? What was it? Who was AJ on the phone with, man? I don't know. So he's on the phone, and he looks at Fiend, and he says, and he tells the person he's gonna call him right back.
I'll call you right back.
He's probably on the phone with the Young Bucks, man. Maybe they're
Could be.
pissed. Maybe they're
Probably.
saying, I know he didn't outbid us for War Pigs. And then AJ's like, he did. He
He
did.
did. He did, man.
Maybe
He
the Young
did.
Bucks were calling to send out more feelers, man. Maybe Omega was sending out some feelers.
Maybe.
You know?
He's tired of getting bitten.
I don't know, man.
He's the bot
But
mark.
I hate Punk.
I
You guys
don't.
come to WWE and Raw.
I hated his shirt he wore one time.
Raw.
Fuck that guy.
So Finn goes up and he says, "Hey AJ, what's up?" And AJ's like, "What's up, man?" And Finn's like, I don't know. You haven't talked to me in forever." And AJ says, "I haven't talked to you because you turned your back on me and joined the Judgment Day."
Oh, fucking AJ, bro. Done.
And oh God. And then Finn says, "Hey, I joined the Judgment Day, but I never turned my back on you." And then he says, "Hey man, if you ever want, the offer is always on the table." And he throws up the too sweet.
Hey,
And AJ's just looking at him all pissed off. But yeah, man.
douchebag. Oh, fucking AJ. I love doing the
I haven't
AJ
talked to you
voice.
because you joined the Judgment Day.
Bro's heated.
You turned your back on me, you joined the Judgment Day.
Don't die.
So yeah, man, this was really cool. I like, if there's anything Triple H has been doing not a good job at, it is representing AJ Styles how I feel AJ Styles should be represented.
Exactly. Just a
And
bad
that's-
veteran.
Yeah, and that's the God's honest truth, bro. AJ Styles is like, AJ
Goated.
Styles is so good. Yeah, he really is goated, bro. And like, God, you need to be using him more. I think he'd be great to represent that U.S. title. I think he
yeah.
would.
You guys.
I think he's due for a couple more world title reigns.
I think so,
Definitely.
bro. I think so. And US would fill him too, bro. He
Mm.
really would. It's my country. That type of community.
It's my country. You turn your back on me. I haven't talked to you because you turned my back on me and joined the Judgment Day.
Dude, I love AJ. Once I caught on to his accent, I love it.
Me too, bro. Me too.
It's heat.
No, man, but yeah, I mean, AJ's been left off so many of these like Triple H
Pay-per-views.
pay-per-views, bro, and
Mm,
it's just
deals.
like, you know, Vince uses him, but he puts him in roles he shouldn't be in. He was kind of
No,
just in the
he's a utility
if
man.
yeah, pretty much, man. He was pretty much the
Pretty
janitor.
much.
He came in to clean up their mess. Oh, we don't
Mm,
got none for this guy. Put him in a match against AJ. Oh, there's no one for this guy to face. This guy got injured. Put him in there with AJ. And Triple H has not been representing him very well either. He wasn't at Clash. He wasn't at SummerSlam. At least in a match. I would really like to see him at Extreme
You
Rules, or
think
maybe AJ brings in Gallows and Anderson,
I could see it?
and
I
they
could,
get Finn Balor back.
I could see
Bro,
that.
since you turned your back on me, join Judgment Day.
Join the Judgment Die. Come on, Finn. Be, be the club. The club. I don't even say the club in his fucking accent. The, the club. Damn, how do you say it in his fucking accent? I'm lost. Try to come
Club.
on. The club. Nah, what the fuck? Oh, you sound sexy. I was like, when you see that. The club. No, I can't think of it. I can't say it in his accent. I don't know why. Jordan died.
Meet Gallows
Club.
and Anderson in the club.
The club. The club. Something like the Bullet Club.
The
No.
OC.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They were the original club.
Only club that matters.
The community that matters.
Bruh.
Fucking AJ.
The only community that matters, dude. That's fucking fantastic,
The
bro.
OC. It fits
The
too.
only community that matters.
Dude, you gotta put that on his shirt.
No, bro. Maybe. Jesus. Maybe they get Finn Balor back because aren't the Good Brothers free agents?
I think so. Or they're about to be or something.
Do it, bro.
I would, bro. Because I don't want to see anything that stops them from going to AEW is perfect in my book.
100%. And they should go back to WWE. 100%.
They need that guidance. They need those rules. Because
Yes.
goddamn, are they horrendous. When it's just their
100%.
personalities.
Bailey then defeat Alexa Bliss
Mm-hmm.
in the main event of the show. She beat Alexa Bliss with a lot of outside distraction, and then Damage Control took out Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. And as the right before the show went off the air, she said, "I'm gonna take your title October 5th or whatever it was at Extreme Rules." So Bailey
Cool.
versus Bianca Belair should be at Extreme Rules. So we got a decent card shaping up, man. We got the fight pit. We got we got the fight pit. Bailey and Bianca. Hopefully we get some kind of like Finn versus AJ, and that's where you can bring
Yeah.
Gallows and Anderson back. And AJ Styles needs to be on pay-per-view, man. I mean, you have no world champion. You know, you have no excuse. You have no
Definitely,
excuse as to
man.
why he doesn't need to be used.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So I also really like that little promo between AJ and Finn. Finn pretty much saying, "Look, man, I never turned on you. I just
You're always
joined
my
Judgment
boy.
Day."
Jordan die. And if you ever want in, bro, it's open, bro. I like that. I like how, even though he's a heel, he still got his friendships that he's always offering.
Absolutely, and I think it'll be really interesting to see Gals and Anderson come back, and then you have AJ re-ask him the question and do the
Yeah.
too sweet,
Hmm.
just how Finn did it. Now,
Exactly.
if you ever want to join, the offer is always on the table, and that means a lot
Mm,
more to Finn than it would to AJ joining the Judgment Day. It would
exactly.
mean a lot more to Finn to join his BCOGs, man. So yeah, so that was Monday Night Raw, man. That was Monday Night Raw. WWE just uploaded a video of Judgment Day talking in the back. And the title of the video is "The Judgment Day Have Ideas on How to Treat Matt Riddle." Well, apparently Damian Priest knows how to treat him real well, man. He's beating his shit down.
They treat each other real well, bro. Apparently, man. The one last thing I wanted to talk about today, bro,
Yeah,
was this white rabbit. What is your
absolutely.
thoughts on this white rabbit? Because I definitely got mine.
Yeah, man. Me and you just got lost in the sauce making all these damn jokes. Forgot to bring that part up. So WWE plays this backstage segment with Austin Theory all day, baby. Getting ready for his match. Getting ready for his match against Kevin Owens. And they played this QR code, and above the QR code it said, "Come with me." I thought that was Dexter Loomis trying to lure some people in. But when you
Oh
load up
shit.
the QR code, it is White Rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a guy. It was not a guy. It was just a game of Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know who this is. Being played. It's Adam Page. Uh,
Yeah.
um, it was a game of Hangman being played, and it said who. What it?
Who
Man,
killed the rabbit or something? And the answer was you did.
yeah, that's what
Or
it
who
was. It
killed
was.
something?
Here it is. It said who killed the world.
That's what it was.
And there was a game of Hangman being played, and the whole, you know, Hangman, the whole guy was almost drawn out, and right as we got to the last letters, the answer was "you did." And there's a little hourglass.
Around a red
There's a little
circle.
around a red circle, and then it's went into a screen that said 9:23, which
So, SmackDown.
9:23 is Friday, obviously
Mm-hmm.
Friday Night SmackDown. My thoughts, I've seen a lot of people saying that this is Wyndham.
Mm.
Wyndham is not coming back on a random SmackDown in
No.
September.
And
I
if it
wouldn't
is,
think.
bro, then that's not how you bring it back. Triple H fucking up again. This man on some shit.
Yeah. No, Wyndham needs to be brought back at a pay-per-view, a big
Mm-hmm.
pay-per-view.
One that
Wyndham,
matters.
or a night after a big
Or paper.
pay-per-view,
Something like
preferably
that.
WrestleMania and SummerSlam are kind of the only like big nights after, that you got where
Mm-hmm.
people are looking at that show specifically. I did not know all this stuff about Lucha Underground until you told me about it. But
Yeah.
apparently, Karrion Kross was called the White Rabbit in
Mm-hmm.
Lucha Underground. I think it has something to do with Cross. I don't know why Wyndham would come in and steal his little hourglass gimmick thing he's got going on.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
a
get
part
that.
that's a piece of his gimmick. So, I don't understand. I think it definitely has something to do with Cross. Cross is on SmackDown. Could it be him getting a group?
It could, bro. I think it could be. Um, it could be, and it could just be something different for Cross, bro. Because everyone was saying on Twitter, "Oh, why would Cross need a gimmick change?" Because, dude, if you're doing that, what he's doing now, just a promo, just the good promos on SmackDown with no title shot that you're gonna win, it's gonna be boring. People are gonna turn on him. You gotta do something different with Cross.
To get
I think it
people
is Cross
to get
because,
yeah to
and
get people to talk about him.
exactly, because people get stale with him. People say, "Oh, you're just doing the same thing every week, just a good promo." He needs to go do something. When they're saying now, "Oh, he doesn't need a gimmick change," you know how these fans are. They don't know what they want. I think it's Cross, man. The White Rabbit. It lines up with Cross. he was the white rabbit. They're playing the right rabbit before, these live events, piping it up. You know what I mean? And you don't do Bray Wyatt on the SmackDown. But I'm gonna watch SmackDown just in case it is Bray Wyatt, because I gotta see it. Boy, gotta see it. But if not, and I watched an episode of SmackDown just for a cross, just for a fucking cross uh faction or whatever, I'm gonna be pissed because I don't watch SmackDown. But I'm giving a chance just in case because people are hyped as fuck about it. I don't think it's Bray. To me, it really doesn't make sense. If anything, I think they're throwing these Bray similar references to throw us off in the future when Bray does come back. That isn't on Friday. I think they're just referencing us that Bray Wyatt is here and we're just waiting for him, man. He could be involved with Cross. I could see that. If anything, if I think Bray's involved with anyone, I would think it's Dexter. Because, Bray and Miz did feud, so maybe that's why Dexter could be going for the Miz. If because they're gonna need an explanation for that, like we were saying. So maybe you could say that, if anything. But it doesn't make sense for it to be Bray. And let's say Bray does they show up on SmackDown. What in the absolute fuck is that guy gonna do? He ain't going for
The
him.
the most obvious thing is go for Roman, but if
Yeah,
you don't want Roman to lose, you can't do that
exactly. So he's just gonna be lost in the shuffle.
because
He,
the Fiend can't come back and just lose. You can't
no,
do that.
exactly. You can't do that. You can't have Bray come back and just lose in a world title match again.
Mhm.
You can't have that repeat. So, and I don't think Bray would agree to that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's Bray, and it doesn't really make sense for it to be Bray. To be honest, man, it really
No,
doesn't.
no,
I
not
don't.
on
I don't.
SmackDown.
No, no, not right now. This ain't the time for Bray. I think it's Cross. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's Cross. It just makes sense. It aligns with what happened in the past. The White Rabbit. Cross kind of does need to change it up just because of the situation on SmackDown he's stuck in. But thing is, they could figure out some, but I don't trust Triple H that much. I'm gonna be
You
real with you.
you have two champions on that show that Triple H does not want losing. So anybody who's not Walter or Roman Reigns on that show is kind of fucked for the
Oh
time
yeah, they're
being.
all fucked. Exactly. You have
You
two.
know,
Yeah, you have two champions that can't lose. What the fuck is anybody fighting for? SmackDown ain't gonna matter until the brand split, or not brand split, draft, or until Roman drops it. So it's, I mean, it's been better on paper, but watchability, what you're watching the show for, you're watching Raw. I hate to break it to people.
yeah,
Um,
no, that's
so this is how it is, man. So
yeah, 100%.
it, I hope it's not Bray, just for the fact that he needs to come back and do something important. Be the world champion. I would love to see him versus Cody. I think that would be fire. Not only would I love to see Cody cry, but I think they could just produce good shit together. They really could. So that's just how it is, man. Um, I don't think it's Bray. I think it's Cross, and I hope it's Cross because I don't trust Triple H right now with Bray. Not right now. In the current state of SmackDown, on SmackDown, I don't trust Triple H.
I don't
He
trust him with
produced,
anything on SmackDown at the moment
dude, SmackDown is
because it's
ass.
dude, it's just like everything just you're at a point where like everything just has to be stagnant, dude. I mean,
It's
you got
gotta be stagnant.
two champions that you don't want to lose. So what does everybody else do in the meantime? It's kind of SmackDown is a death trap, bro. It
Dude,
really
it
is.
is. I I hate, and I'm glad that Braun got sent there because it is a death trap. I'm so glad they put Braun on SmackDown
Same with
because it
like
is a
Hit
death
Row.
trap.
Yeah.
Exactly, because I don't have to watch them and they don't have to do anything.
You can't succeed as a tag team because the
No,
Usos aren't losing those. You can't beat Walter because Triple H wants to build the IC title up and build Walter up, which that I like. That I
yeah, that's
agree
good.
with.
That's an element
And
that
then
makes
you
sense.
have And then you have Roman Reigns, who can't lose, and not only that, he has 2 championships, so he cannot lose in any capacity.
Exactly. It's just it's
He has
pointless to watch.
he has 2 champions, and he's never there, and hardly defends one of them, let alone both.
Like the mid card, the Gunther element would be really good if the rest of the show wasn't stagnant, and he could be stagnant on his own, and it would flow a lot better. But that whole show is stagnant, and it's just pointless for a guy like Bray to show up on that show.
Yeah,
So I hope it's Cross.
and you have all champions, all components here that can't lose. Gunther can't lose, the Usos and Roman Reigns can't lose. So what are we doing here? At least on Raw, you have the aspect of, oh my God, is Seth actually about to beat Bobby?
He could.
He could.
Exactly.
He could. Somebody could just cheat to beat Bobby like he almost did. But with Walter, we know how Triple H wants to book Walter. He ain't
He's gonna book
losing.
him like a guy. He should. And it makes sense. It's just the rest of the show is stagnant, so it kind of just melded into the old show being stagnant.
Yeah, I think Cross is not going to undergo a character change, but I think he's gonna shake it up. And this is my
add some
reasoning.
spice into it.
He's playing the old character from NXT. Now, remember when he said he gets really into his characters and he thought, why would this guy ever care about, this is such a little thing that I noticed, why would this guy care about having hair? You know what I mean? So he thought it was best for his character to be bald, right? Don't you think if he was going to come back and play
That character.
TikTok, fucking Doomsday, Karrion Kross, don't you think he would have came back bald and went right into that character? But
Exactly.
he has hair and he looks different. And for that, if he is as into his characters as he said he is, I think that is kind of the smallest of hints to just know he's going to change kind of what makes his character tick, no pun intended. What makes his character ticks, change his presentation just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I still think he's going to be the Doom Walker, and I think he's still going to cut really cool and just creepy,
intense
great
promos.
promos. Yeah, really intense promos. But I think there's going to be something about his character that switches up a little bit, and maybe that is getting a faction. Now, the problem is, who joins this faction?
Dude, better not be Braun.
No.
Better not be
His
EC3.
CYN guys.
No. Dane is the only one I would accept.
Maybe Dane. I don't know what Eric Young's situation is.
Yeah, I don't know about them. But, since they're basically just gutting everybody from CYN, Dane would be a cool pickup for a group like that. That would be pretty cool.
Definitely.
But, maybe an Eric Rowan, but I'm not sure. You might have, they can pull some people out from the woodworks. They could. Maybe AOP, that could be cool as fuck. They could really fit in a group like that. They have some people on a list, and they've said before, they've been teasing it. Triple H got some people we ain't thinking of. It could be something like that for a Cross group. So, I'm gonna go with Cross, bro. So.
And honestly, in the beginning of this vignette, it says feed your head.
Yeah.
Cross is a very psychological
He
guy.
is.
Now Wyatt is too, but Cross is way more like blatant with it.
Yeah, he's blatant with it. He's one-on-one with it. So he'll tell you, like, I'm gonna get in your head and fuck with you. Bray just does it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, and I mean,
and one detail I did notice when you said the hair thing, I did see a picture of Cross when he was the white rabbit. I don't know why I can't say it right now for some reason, but he had hair.
Yeah, exactly. That is a very small detail that I noticed ever since he came back, because I thought to myself, that's weird. Why does he have hair when the whole time he was playing the NXT version of his character, he always said he said on Chris Van Vliet, he said, why would it make any sense for this character to care about what his hair looks like or care to even have any hair? And that's
Yeah.
what worked at the time. But, as things change, and now he has hair, that is one thing I've always noticed about Karrion Kross's run. I always think to myself, that's weird. He was kind of against his character having hair because it makes sense. Like, this psychotic, just intense killer
Wouldn't care about his fucking
wouldn't
hair.
he wouldn't at all. So does he now? Did he join Maximum Male Models?
Or
Did
maybe
he get
would
some
a
tips from them? Did he use Just for Men?
would a leader of a group care to represent his group right and maybe have hair, or maybe they're trying to blend into something like hitmen do. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, so it is it is interesting, man, but I do think whatever it is, it's Karrion Kross. I do think
I think
whether
so.
it's him shaking up his character a little bit or whether it's him getting a faction, I think either way we see something cool. Um we see something cool on Friday, man. So
Definitely, man. Definitely.
and Wyndham and Cross do not need to be involved. Those at
No,
all.
they ain't gonna be on some show.
Those guys are that is a big time match that
They
can
got
call
built
for a
up.
really cool story. And those
Exactly.
guys don't need to start that story by being involved in a faction. I think,
No.
or together. I think if they have
Mm,
two separate factions,
that could be heat.
I think that could be really cool. But you have a lot of possibilities, man. You could do a I wonder what they would call it. Would they call it the Wyatt family or maybe like the cult of Wyatt or something like that? But you have the
Maybe.
possibility of kind of building like a sanity for Karrion Kross and kind of use some of those guys, and then you could
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Build
use
like a Wyatt
a little bit of the
family,
Wyatt family, but add Bo
like a
Dallas.
Dexter. Bo would be cool. Um, People like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he could call it the Cult of Wyndham. I think if if he's going back to WWE, and I think he is, I think he's going to use Wyndham as his next persona. I think that's what he's going to call it. I think he'll still use the Fiend in some capacity, but I think his human self, you could say, I think he'll use Cult of Wyndham. Just because not only did a lot of people get used to it, it just goes hard as hell.
Yeah, and we need this Cult of Wyndham podcast, bro.
We
This
do,
is
bro.
insane.
And
We
Cult of
need it
Wyatt,
forever.
it just don't hit. That Cult of Wyndham does.
So you do
Wyndham's.
you so you think he will be called Wyndham, or do you think he will be called Bray Wyatt?
I think he'll be called Bray Wyatt. I think Wyndham will be like his cult name. You know how like cult leaders do that? They'll have like the real name and they have like the cult name that they go by.
Like
I think
Joseph
he'll,
Seed and the Father.
yeah, that'll be his father. That'll be his Messiah. Will be
Okay.
the cult of Wyndham. He's Wyndham. I think that'll be like his, like how Sister Abigail was like a god in a way. That'll be his godly persona is the Wyndham. Wyndham. I think that could be really cool.
Yeah,
But I have no,
definitely.
I'm just throwing shit in the hat. Just shit that sounds cool to me. I'm just marking.
Absolutely, man. That's what we're all here for.
I,
So, what were you
and
gonna
I
say?
do love that we get the fantasy book like this for Wyatt again. This is just awesome. I miss that.
Definitely, dude, because
I miss
he's
just
one of the
coming up with that shit.
honestly, bro, he's one of those characters, dude, where it just like the possibilities with booking for him is endless, and me and you
Endless
specifically just have a fucking field day
deal.
just
Hmm.
booking for him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was the week of wrestling, bro. That was the
Yeah.
week of
Very
wrestling.
interesting.
Very interesting week. Everything from probably the longest me and Sir Cave ever uttered about SmackDown on this show.
100%.
Yeah, there was that. A decent episode of Monday Night Raw, us making fun of AJ Styles, Dynamite, all of the above, man. All of the above. So
Exactly.
thank you guys for joining us for another great edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This has been episode 109.
Hey.
of Unscripted, man. And with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. That is going to do it for another great edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. Thank you guys yet again for coming and hanging out with us for this late night Unscripted, man. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.